Matthew chapter 1. The book of the genealogy of Yahushua, son of Daud, son of Abraham. Abraham brought forth Yitzchak, and Yitzchak brought forth Yaakov. And Yaakov brought forth Yehudah and his brothers. And Yehudah brought forth Peretz, and Zerah by Tamar. And Peretz brought forth Hetzron, and Hetzron brought forth Ram, and Ram brought forth Aminadab. And Aminadab brought forth Nahshon, and Nahshon brought forth Salmon, and Salmon brought forth Boaz by Rahab, and Boaz brought forth Obed by Ruth, and Obed brought forth Yeshua, and Yeshua brought forth Daud the sovereign, and Daud the sovereign brought forth Shlomo by Uriah's wife. And Shlomo brought forth Rehoboam, and Rehoboam brought forth Abiah, and Abiah brought forth Asa, and Asa brought forth Jehoshaphat, and Jehoshaphat brought forth Joram, and Joram brought forth Uzziah, and Uzziah brought forth Jotham, and Jotham brought forth Ahaz, and Ahaz brought forth Hizkiyahu, and Hizkiyahu brought forth Manasseh, and Manasseh brought forth Amon, and Amon brought forth Yoshiyahu, and Yoshiyahu brought forth Yekaniah and his brothers at the time of the exile to Babel. And after the exile to Babel, Yekaniah brought forth Shealtiel, and Shealtiel brought forth Zerubbabel, and Zerubbabel brought forth Abihud, and Abihud brought forth Eliakim, and Eliakim brought forth Azor, and Azor brought forth Sadok, and Sadok brought forth Akim, and Akim brought forth Elihud, and Elihud brought forth Eleazar, and Eleazar brought forth Matan, and Matan brought forth Yaakov, and Yaakov brought forth Joseph, the husband of Miriam, of whom was born Yahusha, who is called Messiah. So all the generations from Abraham to Daud were 14 generations, and from Daud until the exile to Babel were 14 generations, and from the exile to Babel until the Messiah were 14 generations. But the birth of Yahusha Messiah was as follows. After his mother Miriam was engaged to Joseph, before they came together, she was found to be pregnant from the set-apart spirit. And Joseph, her husband, being righteous and not wishing to make a show of her, had in mind to put her away secretly. But while he thought about this, see, a messenger of Yahuwah appeared to him in a dream, saying, Joseph, son of Daud, do not be afraid to take Miriam as your wife, for that which is in her was brought forth from the set-apart spirit. And she shall give birth to a son, and you shall call his name Yahusha, for he shall save his people from their sins. And all this came to be in order to fill what was spoken by Yahuwah through the prophet, saying, See, a maiden shall conceive, and she shall give birth to a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which translated means El with us. And Joseph, awaking from his sleep, did as the messenger of Yahuwah commanded him, and took his wife, but knew her not until she gave birth to her son, the firstborn, and he called his name Yahusha. Chapter 2. And Yehusha, having been born in Bethlehem of Yehuda in the days of Herod the sovereign, see, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he who has been born sovereign of the Yahudim? For we saw his star in the east and have come to do reverence to him. And Herod the sovereign, having heard, was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And having gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he asked them where the Messiah was to be born. And they said to him, In Bethlehem of Judah, for thus it has been written by the prophet. But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Yehuda, you are by no means least among the rulers of Yehuda. For out of you shall come a ruler who shall shepherd my people Israel. Then Herod the sovereign, having called the Magi secretly, learned exactly from them what time the star appeared. And having sent them to Bethlehem, he said, Go and search diligently for the child, and when you have found him, bring back word to me, so that I too may go and do reverence to him. And having heard the sovereign, they went. And see, the star which they had seen in the east went before them, until it came and stood over where the child was. And seeing the star, they rejoiced with exceedingly great joy. And coming into the house, they saw the child with Miriam, his mother, and fell down and did reverence to him. And opening their treasures, they presented to him gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh. And having been warned in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed for their own country by another way. And when they had left, see, a messenger of Yahuwah appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise, take the child and his mother, and flee to Mitzrayim, and remain there until I bring you word. For Herod is about to seek the child to destroy him. And rising up, he took the child and his mother by night, and departed from Mitzrayim, and remained there until the death of Herod, to fill what was spoken by Yahuwah through the prophet, saying, Out of Mitzrayim I have called my son. Then Herod, having seen that he was fooled by the Magi, was greatly enraged. And he sent forth and slew all the male children in Bethlehem and in all its borders, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had exactly learnt from the Magi. Then was filled what was spoken by Yirmiyahu the prophet, saying, A voice was heard in Ramah, wailing and weeping in great mourning, Rahel weeping for her children, refusing to be comforted, because they were no more. And Herod, having died, see, a messenger of Yahuwah appeared in a dream to Joseph in Mitzrayim, saying, Arise, and take the child and his mother, and go into the land of Israel, for those seeking the life of the child are dead. And rising up, he took the child and his mother, and came into the land of Israel. But hearing that Archelaus was reigning over Yehuda instead of his father Herod's, he was afraid to go there. And having been warned in a dream, he departed for the parts of Galilee, and came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth, thus to fill what was spoken by the prophets. He shall be called a Nazarene. Chapter 3. And in those days, Yohanan the Immerser came proclaiming in the wilderness of Yehuda, and saying, Repent, for the reign of the heavens has come near. For this is he who was spoken of by the prophet Yeshayahu, saying, A voice of one crying in the wilderness, Prepare the way of Yahuwah, make his paths straight. And Yohanan, having a garment of camel's hair and a leather girdle around his waist, and his food was locusts and wild honey. Then Jerusalem and all Yehuda and all the country around the garden went out to him, and they were immersed by him in the garden, confessing their sins. And seeing many of the Pharisees and Sadducees coming to his immersion, he said to them, "Brood of adders, who has warned you to flee from the coming wrath? Bear, therefore, fruits worthy of repentance, and do not think to say to yourselves, 'We have Abraham as our father.' For I say to you that Elohim is able to raise up children to Abraham from these stones. And the axe is already laid to the root of the trees. Every tree, then, which does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. I indeed immerse you in water unto repentance. But he who is coming after me is mightier than I, whose sandals I am not worthy to bear. He shall immerse you in the set apart spirit and fire. His winnowing fork is in his hand. He shall thoroughly cleanse his threshing floor and gather his wheat into the storehouse. But the chaff he shall burn with unquenchable fire." Then Yahushua came to Galil, to Yohanan at the Yarden, to be immersed by him. But Yohanan was hindering him, saying, "I need to be immersed by you, and you come to me?" But Yahushua, answering, said to him, "Permit it now, for thus it is fitting for us to fill all righteousness." Then he permitted him. And having been immersed, Yahushua went up immediately from the water. And see, the heavens were opened, and he saw the Spirit of Elohim descending like a dove and coming upon him. And see, a voice out of the heavens saying, "This is my Son, the beloved, in whom I did delight." Chapter 4. Then Yahushua was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tried by the devil. And after having fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. And the trier came and said to him, "If you are the Son of Elohim, command that these stones become bread." But he, answering, said, "It has been written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of Yahuwah." Then the devil took him up into the set-apart city, and set him on the edge of the set-apart place, and said to him, "If you are the Son of Elohim, throw yourself down. For it has been written, he shall command his messengers concerning you, and in their hands they shall bear you up, so that you do not dash your foot against a stone." And Yahushua said to him, "It has also been written, you shall not try Yahuwah your Elohim." Again the devil took him up on a very high mountain, and showed him all the reigns of the world and their esteem, and said to him, "All these I shall give you, if you fall down and worship me." Then Yahushua said to him, "Go."
Right, man. I was waiting for some more people to come in, but none of them came in. The link was sent to everyone. So, I mean, I don't know what they could be doing. It's the end of the Passover. You'd think they would be at home in the quarters. But it is what it is. So I guess I'll turn it over to Tylique.
Kahan. Just want to say shalom to everyone. Just want to say thank everyone that's on this call, man. Most High willing through the Spirit, it'd be another edifying Bible lesson from TDOC, man. And I just wanted to go into, like the Ox said, it's the end of the Passover, so I thought it would be only appropriate to open it up with in the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, and starting with verse 5. If someone can get that for me.
Kahan, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, verse 5. And when they had determined to slay the babes of the saints, one child being cast forth and say, to reprove them, thou tookest away the multitude of their children and destroyest them altogether in a mighty water.
So right there is this. See right here, what we're going into is summing up what was going on in our captivity in the land of Egypt, man. So it says, and when they had determined to slay the babes of the saints, so it's no different from then as it is now. Like they want to kill our firstborns off. They want to kill all the men off. Of our children. However, Moses was the one to be able to survive all of this, right? So read on.
Verse 6. Of that night were our fathers certified afore, that assuredly knowing unto what oaths they had given credence, they might afterwards be of good cheer.
Read.
Verse 7. So of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and destruction of the enemies.
So that's the salvation of the righteous, man. And we're going to see what that is. Keep on going on.
Verse 9. For with the righteous children of good men did sacrifice secretly, and with one consent.
Go to verse 8.
Verse 8. For with thou didst punish our adversaries, by the same thou didst glorify us whom thou hadst called.
Read on.
For the righteous children of good men did sacrifice secretly.
So right here, this is talking about the Passover. We were ordained and given a commandment to hold the Passover. This is where the Passover started at. Read on.
And with one consent made a holy law that the saints should be alike partners of the same good and evil, the fathers now singing out the songs of praise.
Read.
But on the other side, there sounded an ill according cry of the enemies, and the lamentable noise was carried abroad for the children that were bewailed.
So back in Exodus, we know that during the time of the Passover, we were supposed to put the blood of a lamb on our doorpost so that the death angel can pass over our houses, right? Now, whoever didn't do that, obviously, what happened was the firstborn of their child was put to death. So that's the wail that you heard in the land of Egypt. So just imagine that. Imagine that death that the Most High brought in the land of Egypt, just showing that we are the children of God, man. Just showing that He is our power, right? Read on.
Verse 11. The master and the servant were punished after one manner.
So it didn't matter whether you were great or whether you were small. You were all punished in the same manner. Read.
And like as a king, so suffered the common person.
Read on.
So they altogether had innumerable dead with one kind of death. Neither were the living sufficient to bury them. For
that means
one moment, the noblest offspring of them was destroyed.
Hey, that means right there, Salakia. So that means right there was so much death in the land of Egypt that they weren't able to get buried, man. And the Most High said that He's going to bring the same plagues as before to Egypt, right? This is now modern day Egypt, modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, right? You see all these homosexuals, they're pushing this homosexual agenda upon our kids, and people justifying it, but it says, woe to them that justify these wicked things, man. All right, read on.
Verse 13. For whereas they would not believe anything by reason of the enchantments upon the destruction of the firstborn, they acknowledge this people to be the sons of the Supreme Elohim.
What that say again? Read that again.
They acknowledge this people to be the sons of the Supreme Allahan.
They acknowledge this people. That's talking about the Israelites. We were the ones that get redeemed. We were the ones that were given the covenants, the covenants and the promises, from the Most High himself, right? And now, after all of these things that the Most High brought upon the land of Egypt, they have now acknowledged us to be the children of the living power, man. That's self-explanatory right there, man. So, I hope and pray that everyone, everyone had observed Passover according to how it is written, man, because this is supposed to be a statute and an ordinance that we're supposed to be keeping throughout all of our generations, man. Right now, with that, I want to get the book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 6.
Book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6. I have said, ye are Allahans, and all of you are the children of the Most High.
So we're the children of the Most High, man. And the moment that we realize that, the moment that we come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments and the faith in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, is the moment that we're going to be built up as a nation, right? The moment that we're going to be built up through the Spirit. We're not going to be walking with our heads all down anymore. You know what I mean? We're going to understand that we really have a purpose upon this earth. You know what I mean? Read on.
Kahan, verse 7. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes.
Read on.
Arise, O Supreme Allahan, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations.
So if we keep these works until the end, man, as it is written in the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 26, we're going to be ruling these nations, right? But we got to understand who we are as a people first, because most of us, we don't care who we are, right? Most of us, we don't even consider who we are. You could have a conversation with someone, you try to, relay this information to them as who we are as a people. When they say, oh, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Oh, or I'm still black, or I'm still African American. Well, guess what? You're just lost, man. Give me the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3 real fast.
It's Salakia. A couple of you guys got bad connections. I'm not going to keep letting you back in the room. You've fallen out a couple times already, man. Kadar, your boy just trying to call me, man. I text him, say I can't talk now. We're on Bible study. Why? You just trying to call me, man. He didn't trying to call you off? Yeah. Salakia, go ahead, Tylique. Wow.
Come on. The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Khan, I got it for y'all.
Come on.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3.
The
ox knoweth his owner,
right?
The ass his master's crib.
Read on.
But Yasha Allah doeth not know my people, doeth not consider.
So it's comparing you to two animals, basically saying that these animals are smarter than you because they know who that they belong to, but you don't even realize that the most high power is supposed to be for us, man. But we have had him turn his back on us because we turn our backs on him, right? But we are supposed to be children of the living power, man, right? And all throughout the scriptures, you can see that even the heathen know that. Even the heathen know who we are as a people, yet we ourselves don't acknowledge that. We participate in everything else under the sun, but don't even care who your power is, right? Like it's a shame because it's like, it blows my mind that we're in the situation that we're in. As a people, we're at the bottom. And we don't even acknowledge why we're at the bottom. We don't even think about it, but we're content. Soon as we get, we stand in line for these Jordans or something. We're content. We get a BMW or a Benz with our tax money. But it says that all is vanity and vexation of spirit. But when you come into this truth, man, you can't look back. You realize that there's nothing in the world. It's only forward from here, man. You can't be hot. Or if you're not hot for this truth, then you're either cold or you're lukewarm, and you're gonna get spewed out of his mouth. All right. Give me just showing Give me the book of Second Ezra, chapter 5, start with verse 23.
It's the book of Second Esdras, chapter 5, verse 23. And say, O Yahweh, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth, and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee one only vine.
Right. Read on.
Verse 24. And of all the lands, and of all lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit.
One pit. So it's shown right here that the Most High choose what he pleases and how he pleases. You know what I mean? The Most High has favorites. The way that we like to do it is we like to limit the Most High. Oh, well, you know what I mean? We like to put limitations on him. However, we can't put limitations on the Most High, because the potter has power over the clay. We can't just sit here and say, oh, well, that doesn't sound right. Well, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Who are you to say something that doesn't sound right when you're just the created and you're not the creator, right? Read on.
And of all the flowers thereof, one lily.
Read.
And of all the depths of the sea, thou hast filled thee one river. And of all builded cities, thou hast hollowed Zion unto thyself.
Unto what?
Unto thyself.
He hollowed Zion unto thyself. Read on.
Verse 26. And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove.
So the Most High likes the dove. He's just going into things that, he had made all these things in the earth. You know what I'm saying? There's different types of flowers, different types of trees, different types of dogs, different types of animals all around, but he likes what he likes. Read on.
Come on. And of all the cattle that are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep.
Read.
And among all the multitudes of people,
and among all the multitudes of Salakia, but it says, and among all the multitudes of people, there's a bunch of diverse people all throughout this earth. You go about this earth, you're not going to see anyone that's really the same. You know what I mean? There's going to be people that's faster. There's going to be people that's stronger. There's going to be people that look better. There's going to be people that's taller. You know what I mean? There's diversity all throughout the earth. So that's why it says, and among all the multitudes of people. Read on.
Come on. And among all the multitudes of peoples, thou hast gotten thee one people.
Thou hast what?
Thou hast gotten thee one people.
Thou hast gotten thee one people. Read on.
And unto this people whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all.
It says that the Most High gave us, this people, the children of Israel, a law in which is approved of all. So when our kingdom is coming upon this earth, right, we're supposed to be teaching our laws to everyone, right? Because it's approved of all, because we're the children of the Most High, and we're supposed to be walking as little gods upon this earth, man. Right?
Come on.
Give me the book of let me get the book of let me get 2 Samuel chapter 7 and verse 23. Just showing the Most High does great and terrible things for his people, right? But yet we still don't acknowledge that we're the people of the Most High power, man. We don't acknowledge who our power is, because we tend to forget that, right? We can't forget that, man. We can't sit here and act like, all these other things as our God, man. We can't idolize everything else. It says, thou shall have no other gods before me. Right? We idolize all these other things, and that's breaking the commandments and the laws of the Most High. Right? You idolize sports. You want a sports bet every day. You know what I'm saying? You want to break the Shabbat. You know what I'm saying? You want to do everything that's contrary to what the Most High had ordained for his people. Right? Which is why we're at a low state. Which is why we can't get ahead. Right? Read on.
2 Samuel chapter 7. Verse 23. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people?
It says, and what one nation in the earth is like thy people? Right? Read on.
Even like Israel.
Even like Yasha Allah.
whom Yah went to redeem for a people to himself.
What did he do?
Redeem for a people to himself, and to make him a name, and to do for you great things and terrible for thy land before thy people, which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nations of their gods.
From the nations and their gods. So, the Most High had redeemed us to be a people unto himself, right? The Most High had made a certain covenant with us, which a covenant is just a contract. You got the so-called old covenant and the so-called new covenant. It's nothing but a contract that we made with the Most High. Like you got terms and conditions in the a phone bill contract, right? And if you break those terms and conditions, there's going to be consequences for that. So the consequences for us breaking the blood covenant that we made with the Most High is that we are at a low state, man. We done fell from who we are as a people into a low. We got people ruling over us that don't even know our laws. The unrighteous is ruling over us. That's why it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. We got to understand that we're gods on this earth, man. And we got to understand who our power is. All right. We're supposed to be established in the law because we're supposed to be the ones that's walking upright upon this earth so that everyone can see our light and how we walk in it, man. Right.
Come on. We're little G, little O, little D, little S's.
Right.
As that, we're extensions of the Supreme Allahan.
Exactly. Exactly. And we're supposed to be relaying how the Most High is on earth as it is in heaven, as the prayer says.
Say that. Come.
So it's like everything is so backwards nowadays. You know what I mean? What inspired me is not looking back and not being conformed to the way the world wants you to be. Is I was reading Brother Tazadak's book, and I'm in chapter 5 on the plug. Just back and forth with different books, and I was just reading in the book how basically the people around him wanted him to conform to the ways that they wanted to be acceptable or the ways that they like to do. You know what I mean? But it's not how we're supposed to be conforming to. So that's how I just got on this topic. Like, man, we can't conform to the ways of this world, but we got to be transformed with the renewing of our minds, as it is written.
Come on,
right?
Be Salak.
Come on, go ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
No, I just was gonna say, be Hakadash, be set apart. It's a reason. That was a good precept in that second Hedras. Only one dove. All the birds in the sky you see, all these falcons, eagles, all this type of thing. One dove upon the earth. He's chosen you to be a special people.
Mm-hmm.
That comes responsibilities, but in those responsibilities, it comes. I mean, imagine that the creator of your entire existence, seen and unseen, has chosen you to be an extension of him to do his duty as in earth as it is in Shemayim. You don't want to follow that? I mean, you should really be blessed. You should feel blessed and elated and feel joy to be chosen to be one of those people. And another thing to know it, and another thing on top of that to follow it out. So, but keep going, keep going.
You absolutely right about that, man. Like we really should feel, a type of empowerment. You know what I'm saying? A type of like we have some type of significance on this earth. You know what I'm saying? But like the scriptures say, though, we're wise to do evil, but to do good, we have no knowledge. We don't have no knowledge of what the Most High had ordained for us to have, because we done forsook his ways for so long. We done wandered off. And these animals know better than we do. You know what I'm saying? They know better than we do, man. And even all the nations around us, they know who we are as a people, man. That's why we get so much hate, from the left and from the right. We get so much hate. You know what I mean? But even worse is we get hate from our own people when we're supposed to be commanded to love one another as we love ourselves. You know what I mean? We done forsook the Most High's laws, which is why we're in this predicament, man. Give me further elaborating on it. It's all scriptural, man. Give me the book of Judith, chapter 5, and you can start with verse 2. Matter of fact, you can start with verse 1, whoever gets that.
On the book of Judith, chapter 5, verse 1.
Mhm.
Then was it declared to Holofernes, the chief captain of the army of Assur, that the children of Yashalat, Israel, had prepared for war and had shut up the passages of the hill country and had fortified all the tops of the high hills and had laid impediments in the champion countries.
Read on.
Wherewith he was very angry and called all princes of Moab and the captains of Ammon and all the governors of the sea coast, and said unto them, Tell me now, ye sons of Canaan, who this people is that
Salakia. So we're setting up for war. You know, we got a person in the army. You know, basically he's upset about this. You know, now he's inquiring, who are we? Who is this people? Right? Read on.
come, and what are the cities that they inhabit, and what is the multitude of their army, and wherein is their power and strength, and what king is set over them or captain of their army, and why have they determined not to come and meet me more than all the inhabitants of the west?
So he's just basically asking all these questions, trying to inquire about us. You know what I mean? Where we live, who set over us. You know what I mean? Who is this people? Right? Read on.
Come. Then said Inquire, or Achor, the captain of all the sons of Ammon, let my lord now hear a word. What was that?
Keep going on.
Okay. Let my lord now hear a word from the mouth of thy servant, and I will declare unto thee the truth concerning this people which dwelleth near thee, and inhabiteth all the hill countries, and there shall be no lie come out of the mouth of thy servant. This people are descendants of the Chaldeans.
So remember when the Most High, he had Abram be called Abraham, you know, after he had went out of the land of Chaldea, right?
Come.
You got to understand that we have descended from a particular people. Keep going.
For they left the way of their ancestors and worshiped the Supreme Elohim of heaven. And the Supreme Elohim, who they
Salakia,
knew.
go to verse go to verse 7.
Oh, sorry.
Come on.
Verse 7. And they sojourned heretofore in Mesopotamia, because they would not follow the Elohim of their fathers, which were in the land of Chaldea.
So we weren't following after idols, because you know what man tends to do. Man tends to idolize after things that are corruptible, right? Man tends to idolize and worship things that are visibly tangible, things that they could touch right then and there, because they're not a spiritual people. Right? Read on.
For they left the way of their ancestors and worshiped the Supreme Elohim of heaven, and the Supreme Elohim, who they knew, so they cast them out from the face of their Elohim, and they fled into Mesopotamia and sojourned there many days.
Come. You laying it down, Tylique. You laying it down, boy. You're a bad Hebrew, man. Next time I see you, let me get your autograph up. Go ahead.
Hey man, I'm just trying to be a servant, man. That's it, man. Keep going on.
Come, verse 9. And their Supreme Elohim commanded them to depart from the place where they sojourned and to go into the land of Chanaan, where they dwelt and were increased with gold and silver, and with very much cattle.
So the Most High, he gave us increase. You know, just like how the Most High can break down, he can build up, man. Anywhere, any captivity, the Most High could break you down just to build you up. Just like how he did with Nebuchadnezzar, right? He done, you know, Nebuchadnezzar was, you know, he was a ruler, right? And then next thing you know, the Most High had bugged his mind out, right? Now he's on all fours eating grass like an animal. Read on.
Verse 10. And when a famine covered all the land of Canaan, then, they went down to Mizraim, Egypt, and sojourned there while they were nourished and became there a great multitude, so that one could not number their nation.
So guess what? This is going back. This is telling the history of the children of Israel, man, all the way back from then, right? So it says that we done went down, we done soldiered in the land of Egypt, which became a great multitude, which is why the children of the Egyptians try to kill us off, right? They try to kill off the firstborn, you know, but Moses made it. He made it through. That's what we were going into with the Passover, right? It all has correlations and connections together, right? Read on.
Verse 11. Therefore the king of Mizraim, Egypt, rose up against them and dealt subtly with them and brought them low with laboring and brick and made them slaves.
And made them what?
Slaves.
And made them slaves. What are we here today? In the land of America, we are slaves, man. You know, we are slaves mentally, man. You know, you don't have to have chains on anymore for someone to still be a slave, someone to still be slave-minded, because they done broke us down for so long. Now we're good slaves to them. You know, there's a saying that says, what better slave is it than one that doesn't even know that they're a slave? You know, that's why it says the ox knoweth his owner and the ass his master's crib, but the children of Israel doeth not know, they doeth not consider. Therefore, we are slaves in our own mind, right? Read on.
Then they cried unto their supreme Elohim, and he smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues.
One of the plagues was the death of the firstborns, right? That's one of the plagues, the Passover. This is the ending of the Passover, man. You know, the ending of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, I should say. But that stemmed from the Passover, right? Read on.
So the Egyptians cast them out of their sight.
They couldn't handle us anymore. They just wanted us to get out. You know what I'm saying? Because Moses kept telling them to let his people go. Let my people go. Let my people go. You know, as the Most High commanded Moses to do, you know, he was being a redeemer to the children of Israel. Read on.
So the Egyptians cast them out of their sight. Verse 13. And Supreme Elohim dried the Red Sea before them and brought them to Mount Sinai, the Kadesh barn, and cast forth all that dwelt in the wilderness.
Read on.
So they dwelt in the land of the Amorites, and they destroyed by their strength all men of Esabon. And passing over Jordan, they possessed all the hill country. And they cast forth before them the Canaanite, the Pharisite, the Jebusite, the Sychemite, and all the Girgasites, and they dwelt in that country many days. And
listen, the only reason why we were able to do this, the only reason why we were able to cast people out like that is because the Most High was with us. Remember, this is a soldier inquiring about the people, and one of the response to, you know, the inquiry of who this people is, you know, the history of the children of Israel, right? So this is the rundown of the history of the children of Israel by a soldier, right? Read on.
Verse 17. And whilst they sin not before their supreme Elohim.
Hey, here's the point right here. Read.
They prospered because the supreme Elohim that hateth iniquity was with them. So being that we wasn't sinning, you know, against our power, he was with us. You know, he did great and terrible things for us. You know, he gave us spiritual power, right? He gave us
the willpower and ability to defeat people that was probably, you know, more of a I'll say more of a people than we were, you know, had a larger army, you know what I mean? But the Most High was with us. So it says, if the Most High be for you, then who could be against you? Nobody, right? It don't matter if you 1 versus 1,000. It says that one shall put 10,000 to flight, you know, roughly paraphrasing, man, because the Most High be for us, right? Read on.
Verse 18. And when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore.
But guess what? Every time we depart from the Most High, every time we forsake his ways and follow after the gods of the nations, which are idols, we're destroyed, man. We're destroyed, man. We're destroyed in war. We're destroyed in battle, right? We're taken into captivities, you know, many years. Read on.
And were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of the Supreme Allaham was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies.
And their cities were taken by the enemies. This sound familiar to y'all? It should, you know, because this happens to the children of Israel each and every time. So you can't deny who we are as a people, because this happens to us all the time, because we're a stiff-necked, hardened heart people. We don't want to believe that the Most High is who the Most High is. We don't want to believe that we're the children of Israel. We want to believe that we're Muslims, or that we should follow the way of Buddhism. You know what I'm saying? Or we should follow the way of Christianity. We should follow the way of all these false idols. You know, we don't want to believe, rather, what the Most High had put for us from the beginning. Read on.
Verse 19. But now they are returned to their Supreme Allaham, and they are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate.
Read on.
Now, therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error in this people,
if there be any error in this people, if this people's eating swine, if this people's profaning the Sabbath, if this people is hating the brother, if this people's committing adultery, so on and so forth. Read on.
and they sin against their Supreme Allaham, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
Every nation, all these nations know that the only power that we have on this earth is the power of the Most High God of heaven, man. Yahweh, man. Right? But anytime that we transgress his laws, he's not for us. It don't matter how strong we are. It don't matter how good we can fight. The Most High is not going to be for us as a nation of people when we forsake his ways, right? Because it is a covenant that he made with the children of Israel. It's a contract that we have not upholded our end, right? Read on.
Verse 21. But if there be no iniquity
But if there be no iniquity in this nation, read on.
Let my Lord now pass by, lest their Supreme Allaham defend them, and their Supreme Allaham be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
You see that, man? So hey, get that again. One time, get that again, man.
Kahan, yeah. I know everybody else knows this. All the other nations know this. That this is our so-called, Achilles heel. They're just waiting for us to mess up so they can come against us. But Salah. Book of Judah, chapter 5, verse 21. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Supreme Allaham defend them, and their Supreme Allaham be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
You see that, man? So these nations know that the only way that they could really defeat us is if the Most High be against us from our iniquity, right? From our transgressions. So we got to realize that we got to come out of the ways of this world. We got to speak according to this word. We got to do according to this word, or else the Most High is just going to be against us. But these people know They know. You know what I mean? That's why it says they have taken crafty counsel against thee, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Where's that at? Crafty counsel. That's in Psalm somewhere. Let me see real fast, man. It says that they have taken crafty counsel against thee, man. I can't.
Psalms
Yeah,
83 and 3.
Yep. Come on, that's right. I start with verse 1.
Oh, Kadar, you got that? 83 verse 1.
I got it.
Come on.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Right.
Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Right. So they done made an uproar. They done came across, they done gathered together the enemies, not just one nation, but the nations collectively. You know what I'm saying? They had made an uproar. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Come on. Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Crafty counsel. Crafty counsel is hiding their identity. Crafty counsel is calling them black. Crafty counsel is calling them African Americans. You know what I'm saying? By way of their own people, by way of sellouts. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're going to use this sellout and we're going to have him, relay this information to thy people so that they don't even know who they are because they think that they follow after a so-called political leader or something. And really, he's in the hands of the enemy, man. You know what I'm saying? Now we got so-called leaders in our nation. Who's our leaders, man? We don't have solid leaders, man. You know what I'm saying? We look after people in the entertainment industry as our leaders. We look after Dwayne Wade because he's letting his son be a homosexual. You know what I mean? Come on, man. These are supposed to be our leaders. They done failed us. They done caused us to err in the way, that the Most High would have us. They didn't cause us to err, man. You know what I mean? We don't have no solid leaders, right? The only leaders that we have is the people that's teaching these scriptures and the truth. You know what I'm saying? The truth of these scriptures. Read on.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Read.
Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
They said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. Read on.
That the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Read.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
So guess what, man? They had one consent over this thing, right? Just like when they have, the UN and all of them come together, they all come together just to hide who we are as a people. Because once we start rising as a people, their kingdom is going to fall, man. You know what I mean? Once we realize who we are as a people, their kingdom is going to fall. And that's what we want. We want righteousness to be restored back on this earth. But we got to realize who we are first and foremost. We got to come out of the ways of the world and don't look back, man. Give me the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 1.
Come on. That's why they push all these Planned Parenthood and stuff like that. They're trying to basically erase Yasharallah from history.
Hey, Khan, the same thing that they was doing all the way back then. You know what I'm saying? Planned Parenthood with Margaret Sanger, man. You know what I'm saying? Known blatant racist, man. People that hate us. They hate who we are, man. They don't want us to keep reproducing. They don't want to have baby on top of baby. They'd rather have us turn into ways that are, contrary to the Most High, which is being homosexuals, which is why they raise up Dwayne Wade's son to be on the face of the TV and all of that, kissing another boy. This little dude, I don't even know how old this little. It don't even matter.
He's led by his woman. Dwayne Wade's led by his woman.
Khan.
You're gonna have to
That's
ease up
crazy.
on that, man. You're gonna get another flag on this channel, man.
Oh, come on, Salakia.
Khan. I got First John 5:1 up.
Come on.
Whosoever believeth that Yahushua is the Mashiach is born of the supreme Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone that loveth him that begat loveth him also that is begotten of him. Verse 2. By this we know that we love the children of the supreme Elohim, when we love Yahweh and keep his commandments.
When we what?
When we love Yahweh and keep his commandments.
So we got to keep his commandments, man. We got to do what he said do, man. We got to do what he instructed us to do, because it's going to build us up as a nation of people. You know, we're going to walk upright. And that's when the other nations are going to realize, oh, this is what it's saying Deuteronomy, for this is a wise and understanding people, man. You know, that's how we got to be upon this earth. We got to stop turning to wickedness. We got to stop doing things that are abominable in the sight of the Most High, because it says, you know, the Most High hates all abominations. So therefore, if we're of the Most High, then we're going to be the same way that the Most High is, and not like these things. We're not going to like a lying tongue, you know what I mean? People that speaks deceit, right? We're not going to like these things, because it's not the ways of the Most High, right? Read on.
Verse 3. For the love of Yahweh that we keep his commandments.
For this is the love of who?
The love of Yahweh that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
Right. Jump down to verse 19.
Verse 19. 1 John chapter 5 verse 19. And we know that we are of Yahweh, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. Verse 20. And we know that the Son of Yahweh is come, and hath given us an understanding, that we may know him that is true, and we are in him that is true, even in his Son Yahushua HaMashiach. This is the true supreme Elohim and eternal life. Verse 21. The little children, keep yourselves from idols. Amen.
Amen. It's self-explanatory. It says that the whole world lieth in wickedness, man. No, we got to keep ourselves from idols, man. We got to understand that if ye be, give me James 4:4, as a matter of fact. James 4:4.
Book of James, chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Supreme Elohim? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh.
Right. So if you're a friend of the world, then you're making yourself an enemy to the Most High. Being a friend of the world is following after the ways of the world. Being a friend of the world is following after Easter and not Passover, right? Christmas, you know, things that aren't of the Most High. That's making yourself a friend to the world. Making yourself a friend to the world is partaking in their type of conversations instead of ungodly things. That's being a friend to the world, you know? We got to come up out of these ways. That's why it says, come up out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins. The Most High wants us to come up out of these ways and turn back to him in these last days. You know, that's what we're called to do. We're called to be saints, and we're called to stand upright and stand as men. All right. Give me the book of 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 5.
It's the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, verse 5. And spread not the old world, but save Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness.
A preacher of righteousness. So they was looking at Noah like he was crazy, right? He kept saying, man, hey, it's going to rain. You know, it's going to rain. It's going to rain. I'm telling you, it's going to flood. You know, they ain't believe him, man. You know, but hey, guess what? In the end, Noah was found to be a righteous man, and he was the one that was redeemed out of what the Most High had in store, which was destruction to the wicked. Read on.
Come on. And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly,
Keep going.
and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly.
So it says making them an example to those after that should live ungodly. We know what's going on with the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. And if you don't, I strongly advise you to go read it for yourselves. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to learn everything by someone just telling you what it is. You got to go and read and study to show thyself approved as it is written. Read on.
Verse 7, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
This is my point right here. Get that from the top again, bro.
Come on. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
So it says Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. So when it says that there is nothing new under the sun, these same things was going on then is the same thing that's going on now. And Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation, man. Filthy conversation is things that was defiling people, as far as adultery, everything that's against the Most High, that's vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. Now I go out in public and I hear the same exact things. I could be minding my business and hear someone talking about the wildest stuff, man. That's being vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, because I got to continually hear things that is contrary to the Most High, right? That's vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, bro. Give me the book of Genesis, chapter 19, and start with verse 15. Show y'all something real quick.
Book of Genesis, Bereshith, chapter 19, verse 15. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy two daughters, without fear, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters, Yahweh being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee.
So, Shalakia. So it says, escape for thy life, look not behind thee. So we're not supposed to be looking back in what we was doing in the world. We're not supposed to be reminiscing. Oh yeah, I remember the time that I did this, that, and the third in the world, man, because it was against the Most High. It says, look not behind thee. Read on.
Come. Oh, one lost my spot. Forgive me, Salak. Verse 15. Verse 16.
17.
Come, verse 17. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said to them, O not so, my Lord. Behold, now thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me, in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me and I die.
Right. So he's just acknowledging that the Most High has showed him grace and mercy, that he be able to escape with the destruction that the Most High is about to bring upon this place for its wickedness. Read on.
Verse 20. Behold now, this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither. Is not a little one? Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live? And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing, that I will not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. Hasten thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore, the name of the city was called Zoar.
So he's getting a chance to escape the destruction that's about to bring about into a little city that he has seeked out, right? He's about to escape the destruction, and that was grace and mercy being shown right there. Read on.
Verse 23. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then Yahweh rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the supreme Elohim out of heaven.
That's the exact same thing that's going to happen this time, man. You know, this place is going to be destroyed via fire, right? The same exact thing. Read on.
Verse 25. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked
Here's
back
the point.
from behind.
Salaki, go ahead. Get that again, Ak.
But his wife looked back from behind him,
Mm-hmm.
and she became a pillar of salt.
So what is said previously in this was don't look back. You know, don't look back. That's what we tend to do, man. We tend to think that we had something going on in the world and we look back. As a dog returneth to his vomit, so shall a fool according to his folly. Don't look back, because that's going to bring about your destruction, as it shows right here. Lot's wife looked back and she became a pillar of salt. But did Lot keep it pushing? Absolutely. Lot said, hey, man, you want to look back? That's on you. Go back then. You know what I'm saying? He kept it pushing and he was redeemed, man. You know, he was found grace and mercy in the sight of the Most High for his righteousness. But the woman wanted to look back and he ain't follow after her, right? He ain't follow after her. You know, and that's what we like to do. We like to look back. We get a woman in the world or something like that. You know, we think we in his truth. We think we walking upright in his truth. And then you get a worldly woman and you look back because of the worldly woman. Say, well, hey, babe, it's okay. You know, it's okay. It's just a little bit of shrimp. You know what I'm saying? It's just a seafood boil. So now you're looking back. And as a dog returned to its folly, so shall you do, man. You know, you don't want to look back in the world because there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there for you. All right. Give me the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, and start with verse 7.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Go from the presence of a foolish man, when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge.
So you don't want to keep continuously speaking with people that's going to vex your soul, right? Go from his presence. You know what I mean? Because it's just going to vex you over and over again, and you ultimately going to get mad. You know what I mean? You just don't be around them. Don't look back into the world. Don't go back into, you know, the worldly friends that you may have had, right? Don't go back. You know what I'm saying? Because they're just going to turn you from the way of understanding. Read on.
Verse 8. The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the folly of fools is deceit.
Keep going.
Fools make a mock at sin, but among
Right.
the righteous.
So, hey, I'm gonna say this right here. It says fools make a mock at sin, right? So when I was first coming into this truth, you know, I had friends. I told them, yeah, I don't eat pork no more. You can't warm that up in my microwave. You know what I'm saying? They made a mockery about it. You know what I'm saying? They start sending me little emojis, you know, with swine acting like it's funny, man. But that's a fool. A fool makes a mockery at sin. You know what I mean? Because it says sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the hearts of the sons of men are set in them to do evil. They don't even see that as an evil thing, man. So not only are you eating swine, but you're making a mockery to someone that said they don't eat swine no more. You know, that's what they do, though, man. That's a fool. That's why you know that you can't look back into your friends in the world or things that were in the world, because they're going to make a mockery out of you. You know what I mean? They're gonna turn you into a laughing stock. They're gonna make it like you're the weird one, you know, because you're trying to walk upright in the ways of the Most High. That's how you know we are not of this world. Read on.
Right. And those be the same ones talk about they Christians.
Exactly.
This and that. I mean, it makes no sense when you really think about it. You over here laughing at me because I'm saying, yo, I'm in the scriptures now. I'm really in the scriptures. I don't play around talking about I go to church Sunday and I go out in the sin the rest of the other days. Like I want to live this right and exact. That makes me weird. It's funny that I want to follow the laws of my creator. Okay.
Right. You know, and it's sad, man, because them is the same ones that you know, if you could receive it, was the ones that said, you know, that they wanted to, you know, basically bring these false accusations on Yahweh Shah. You know what I mean? And it said, if we did an error, basically, roughly paraphrasing, let his blood be upon us and upon our children. Right. So when Yahweh Shah was being crucified, they was making a mockery about it, man. You know what I mean? They was making a mockery at the man's suffering, his pain, everything that he had to go through. You know, then he died for a rebellious people, man, that we don't even deserve it. We don't deserve that.
Yep.
We don't deserve. Hey, man, we don't deserve that at all, man. You know, if you go back when we was being redeemed out of the land of Egypt, man. When we got delivered out of the land of Egypt, it ain't take long for us to basically follow after idols. After we done seen that the Most High then did that for us, it ain't take long for us to make a golden calf, a golden image, something that was tangible that we could see. You know what I'm saying? It ain't take long for us to do that. We don't deserve it, man. You know, but what did he say to Moses? He said, man, listen. He told Moses, man, hey, listen, man, I'm about to slaughter these people, man, and I'm gonna make a great nation out of you. That's what he said to him. You know what I mean? But Moses, being an intercessor, being as righteous as he was, as humble as he was, he said, no, don't destroy these people off unless who you redeemed them from is going to make a mockery out of your name. You know what I mean? Oh, he delivered them just to kill them off and make a laughing stock. You know what I'm saying? Right. Moses had to plead for us when we would have been destroyed a long time ago for our ignorance, man. You know, for our disrespect to the Most High.
Most High has been his indignation has been lit multiple times because the children of Yashalah. They've refused to listen and be stiff-necked. How many times the Most High has spared us from being wiped off the face of the earth? I mean, it's incredible mercy. It's incredible.
Yeah. You know, that really amazes me, man. You know what I mean? Because just because it shows, like, if you really look at it in a perspective, it really shows how much the Most High really cares for us, how merciful he really is to a people that don't even deserve it, man. You know what I mean? We don't deserve that, man. We don't deserve his mercies. You know what I mean? But now, you know, being that Yahweh Shai came and died on the cross for us, we want to be ignorant at what grace is. We don't want to be ignorant at that stuff, man, because guess what? If you slap the Most High in his face with grace, you know what I'm saying? Because he sent his son, hey, guess what? The punishment is going to be very severe, man. You know what I'm saying? Grace isn't a license to sin. He said he gave no man license to sin, right? Keep reading on that, Doc.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 9. Fools make a mock at sin, but among the righteous there is favor. Verse 10. The heart knoweth his own bitterness.
The heart knows his own bitterness. Hey, so it says the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. So you got to be able to control your thoughts. You got to be able to control what's going on in your mind, because that's all your heart is. That's what it's referring to. You know what I'm saying? In your mind, you may be thinking evil thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying? And you thinking those evil thoughts long enough, you're eventually going to carry it out. So you got to be able to control that. You got to understand that when we're in these scriptures, it's going to change your mindset. It's going to change how you view things. And ultimately, you're going to start speaking with wisdom and knowledge, and you're not even going to be thinking about the wickedness anymore. So you don't want to be one that's caught up in the ways of this world by thinking worldly things, man. Right? Read on.
As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Whatever
Whatever
is on your plate to eat, I'm talking about knowledge-wise. I'm talking about whatever you're ingesting. That's what it's gonna come out your mouth.
Right.
That's what you're gonna act upon. Whatever
Mhm.
you're doing, whatever you're around, whatever you're ingesting into your mind, into your spirit. If you don't try to cull that wicked flesh will take over, and you'll enact on that.
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. It's self-explanatory. Like just like like there's times where people be listening to music, they ain't even like how the music is portraying. You know what I'm saying? They're not that killer or whatever that they think they are, but they got
Right.
that so caught up in their subconscious mind. Now they think they gotta act as how the music is you know, the how the music is playing off. You know what I'm saying? So now you got this frail, feeble guy thinking that he's something that he's not, end up doing something that he shouldn't even have been doing. You know what I mean? All because of the music, all because of the entertainment industry or things that he's taken in his mind, right?
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 10. The heart knoweth his own bitterness, and a stranger doth not intermeddle with his joy.
Read on.
Verse 11. The house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish.
But the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish. So when I say don't look back, that's one of the reasons why, because all the wicked is going to be overthrown, man. You know what I mean? These days to come, these days that's going to be happening upon the earth, when man is going to be acting like straight savages upon the earth, running through people's houses, trying to get their supplies and all of that because of inflation. They ain't got no gas. So they try and stick you up for your gas in your car. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be overthrown because you was a wicked man. But the house of the righteous is going to be able to flourish because the Most High is going to be with them, man. Right? Read on.
Verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
So you thought you was living right all your life, right? You thought you was doing the right thing going to church, You thought you was doing the right thing listening to the pastor. Oh, well, Acts, what does it say? Acts chapter 13, I believe it is. It says that you could eat swine and all that. No, it doesn't say that, man. You ain't get your own understanding and you listen to people that's going to send you to your own destruction. So there's ways that seem right to a man, it's not a big deal to eat this piece of shrimp. You know what I'm saying? There's ways that seem right to a man, but in the end thereof is death. That's according to what the Most High said.
Just because you can do something doesn't mean it's righteous and it's favorable unto the Supreme Allah.
Right.
You can go out and eat pork if you want to. I mean, that's the whole. We have this whole perception of free choice when it's really not free choice. The Most High already knows what you're gonna do, but we have this perception of free choice. You got a choice to sin. You got a choice to live righteous. It's choices. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not going to be. Not everything is favorable upon you.
Exactly.
Through the laws of the Supreme Allah, through the ways of the Most High. Come on.
But in the end thereof is death. So when sin, when it is fulfilled, bringeth forth death. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. The Most High lets you build up a rap sheet, right? Just like in the system, right? They'll have the RICO Act. You know what I'm saying? You could be doing what you're doing for 10, 20 years, thinking you got away. You know what I'm saying? You living comfortably now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't sold drugs, you ain't did this, that, and the third in 5 years, right? But guess what? They still come upon you because it says that the Most High shall not at all acquit the wicked, right? So all the wicked deeds that people's done, you know what I'm saying? You got to look for a judgment for that if you don't get right and repent, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to turn from our wicked ways and we can't look back once we do it, right? Give me the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, so verse 13, I believe it is.
Verse 13.
Come on.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 13. And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under Shemayim. This sore travail have Yahweh given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith.
Read on.
I have seen, verse 14, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit.
So Salakia. So all these works that's done under the sun is nothing but vanity and vexation of the spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? Why is it vanity and vexation of the spirit? Because the spirit worth after the flesh. Everyone is of this world. We are not of this world. So therefore, when we see these people, you know, lying, they thinking it's a small, what they call it, a small white lie or whatever the case may be. We hate that, man. We hate that in our spirit, man. It's all vanity and vexation of spirit because it's not how we are designed to be. You know what I'm saying? We're called to be from out among them. Be ye separate. You know what I'm saying? It says that the Most High has severed you. You know, it says the Most High severed you from everyone else, meaning separated you from everyone else, made you holy. You know what I mean? So when we realize this, if this is our calling and we're chosen to be what the Most High has ordained us to be from the beginning, man, everything else is going to just be contrary to how you really feeling in the spirit. You know what I mean? Because the spirit warf after the flesh and the flesh after the spirit, man. Read on.
We don't want to leave. What if we want to stay in Egypt?
Hey, man, that's on them, man. There was people that wanted to stay in Egypt. They wanted to stay in Egypt, you know what I'm saying? Because they felt that, you know, they was being treated better from their oppressors, you know? They wanted to stay in Egypt, man. All the way back then, this is going to be the same thing today. The same thing. It ain't for everyone to come out of her. You know what I mean? It ain't for everyone to understand. That's why he said that he's speaking parables, because it's not for everyone.
It's really not.
Salaki, what was you about to say, Ak?
I just was
No
gonna say,
man, we want to eat steak. Man, we want to eat steak, man. You want some steak? You don't want to be out in the wilderness eating manna?
they think the laws of the Most High was grievous. They thought that it was going to be harder to serve the Most High than to serve Pharaoh.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Man, the Most High has sent somebody to free y'all, and you're like, nah. I think I'm gonna just go back with Pharaoh. I'm gonna go. Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible to really think about.
It really is, bro. And you gotta think about it, man. That's how Jake is today, man. You know what I'm saying? Tazadok like saying, hey, the Negro's a strange creature, and I see it more and more, man. We strange as hell, man. We really weird ass people for real. You think about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Someone could be presenting solid information, point for point, sources and all of that. You know what I'm saying? As to why we need to be separate from the way that the system is and the way that they designed us to be, and they still want to be a part of it. They still, hey, it ain't really affecting me none. I got a high position. You know what I'm saying? I got a high position in the system. I'm comfortable. You comfortable there, man? You know what I'm saying? They comfortable with living how you know, our oppressors want us to live, man. You know what I mean? They comfortable with shaving off their beard for a so-called good corporate job. They want to shave bald face now. You know what I'm saying? They want to conform to the ways of this world. But it says, conform not to the ways of this world and be transformed from the renewing of your mind. Right?
Everything.
Read on. There's more on that.
Kahan. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 15. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I commune with mine own heart, saying, lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem. Yea, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge, and I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive.
Keep going up, Salakia.
I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
Why is that, man? You know what I'm saying? The reason being that was being said is because the more you learn, the more BS you see, the more BS you realize. You know what I'm saying? It's all folly. It's all vanity. It's all vexation of spirit, man. And it's going to be vexing you, right? The more you study into certain things, the more you be like, damn, our whole life is a lie, man. But that's why it says in John 8:32, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. You know what I'm saying? It's going to make, hey, man, it's going to really vex you. It's going to make you feel some type of way, but it's still going to make you free. It's going to free your mind. You know what I'm saying? So you are free indeed, man. You know what I'm saying? But we got to understand that we can't look back, man, because there's nothing back there. What's back there other than friends that weren't really your friends, backstabbers, people always got their hand out. You know what I'm saying? Always needing something from you. There's nothing in the world, man. You know what I mean?
Come on, but that flesh will corrupt that spirit inside of you if you don't cull it, don't control it, don't call it against your spirit. You got to peel back that flesh. That's your spirit is encased in, and make the spirit, that ruach, what's guiding you. That's what needs to be guiding you, not your mind, not your carnal mind.
Absolutely
Hey,
right.
didn't you guys write a song called The Ruach?
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Yeah, you. Hey,
The truth and the truth shall set
No,
you.
no, man. Don't give it nothing, man. Don't give it nothing, man. Nah, man.
Hey, but now it's like, you know, I realize, you know, even on the other side of it, the spiritual aspect, like I was saying, the commercial world, now it's like it makes more sense why you say you're really not the name. You know what I'm saying? You're really this living soul, man. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna make you're getting the breath of life, man, from these scriptures. So you can realize and say, I'm not the name. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way that all these correlations, the way that everything ties together is really unbelievable for real, man. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. Like everything is really just a puzzle being solved. One of those hard puzzles that you can't solve, you know what I'm saying, that you feel like you can't solve for a while. Man, everything, all the pieces is just coming together perfectly. You know what I mean? But we have to realize that we got to stay on course, stay on path. You know, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how much chastening that the Most High may have for you. You know what I mean? But it says that whoever the Most High chastens, that's who He loves, man. So understand this: whenever you're going through hardships, whenever you're going through things that are meant to break you, that's really building you up. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta stay solid and stay grounded, man.
You'll start to learn when tests come your way. You'll say, all right, I notice that the Most High is trying to prove me.
Come on, that's all it is. That's all it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it says, once again, as gold is tried in the fire, so is acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Come on.
I mean, that's really all I got for tonight on that. If anyone got anything and want to chime in, man, that's really what I got for tonight, man. Just basically saying, don't look back, you know, into the world, because there's nothing back there. You know what I mean? And we are the children of the Most High upon this earth, and we got to start living and acting like it, you know, because that's who He ordained for us to be upon this earth, and we got to act like it, man. So don't look back into the ways of the world. Don't go back to your old self. Keep on shedding that flesh, man. Keep on putting off the old man. You know, that's why there's a song Michael Jackson had, The Man in the Mirror. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep looking in the mirror and see if you really be of the faith and of the Most High.
The Man in the Mirror is a fiction, man. It's not really you.
Right. Yeah.
Jackson was off on that. When you're looking at the man in the mirror, that's not the real you. That's just a fiction. It's a corporate construct.
That's heavy, man. Hey, man. Hey, man, that is heavy.
A real talk. That's what it really is, man. It's a fiction. You think it's you, kind of something moving like you, but it's not really you. It's an illusion.
Not really you.
Right. Damn, if you really think about it, you've never really seen yourself. You've always seen a reflection of yourself.
That's heavy, bro.
Just like face to face. You've never really seen yourself face to face. It's just a reflection, just something that looks like you.
And see, when Michael Jackson say, I'm looking at the man in the mirror, he's got to change his ways. The man in the mirror is not even you, man. That's a corporate construct. That's a
Wow.
fiction. It's the same fiction that the de factos created upon us and made us think that's us, man. That's not me, man. You
Wow.
can't even see yourself. You're the living soul, like you was just saying.
Wow. Yeah. Damn. That's heavy, man.
I remember when the Kahan broke down the two atoms. That that blew my mind. That's crazy, and it's right in the scriptures.
Right there.
Con.
Atoms, man. But it's just the understanding to know that there's a flesh version of you, and there's the spirit, the ruach, that the Most High blew into you. It's just I can't even, I don't have the words to describe that.
Yeah, and these in the modern Bibles, they don't put that distinction in there and make it so obvious. So yeah, that was a real, that I remember the first time I heard that lesson, I was like, what? And I kept reading it over and over and over, and I was like, dang, it ain't never come out like that.
What was that from the first one to the quickening spirit?
Con, and then when you read in Genesis, made Adam of the dirt of the ground, and then he blew the ruach into him. That's what the Con was going on. I can't remember, it was a while ago. Done it plenty of times, but there's other precepts on it as well.
Con.
Look and make sure I don't want to paraphrase.
Con.
Yeah,
Ote hasn't said one word, man.
That
tree
is
of
true,
life,
man.
man. He got that tree of life, man, with the damn apple, man, trying to get Eve to bite that apple again. Tell your Hote to take that damn tree down, man. I hope they got that tree there, man. Someone with the Eve gonna come and pull that apple. See them two apples hanging on the tree?
God.
He got one for Adam and one for Eve, man. You know damn well Eve's gonna come around and pull that apple again for the second time. Ever learn?
Yeah, that's a copyrighted photo right there. That's from off of a children's book.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I recognize that. I can't remember what the name of it is, but come on.
Still not saying nothing. He must be eating apples. Hotel falling asleep, man.
Where you at, your Hotel? What's up?
He's not there, man. He's eating apples, man.
Dang.
Yeah, apple tree. Those are apples on that tree, right, Yoshibi?
Yeah, apples or some big old cherries.
Yeah, I think them as apples out. Yep.
Yeah, those are apples, huh?
Apples out.
Because you got the green one down at the bottom.
He's trying to tempt Eve, man. And he probably going around telling Eve, if you bite one of these apples, you can live forever. Okay, your Hotel, let me get one.
Sure. So they got it all set up. Say, yeah, this your side, this my side. You just pick. I mean, we pick it, we good.
About the whole time they surrounded by mist. It's a strange fog. Dang right.
Lena Birch in the building, man. We didn't see Lena Birch at the Passover, man. We see the Birch in the Most High, man. John Brown, Prez, man, where you been, man? Prez, come on, man. You know I can read spirits, man. Something just ain't right, man. I don't mean to sound like Chief Sweat, man, but something just ain't right. I can read spirits, man, for real, man. I feel it when something's not right, man. Also, I put that on my spirit, man. I'm just able to discern, man. I have a very discerning spirit, man. Like your boy, call me when you're all done. He's shook now, man.
Yeah,
I channel office.
I
sent to them channel office. He worried, man.
Hey, you know what he gonna say? You know, Taza Doc, I'm sorry.
Yo, I'm just reiterating thoughts that I've sparked before, man.
Taza Doc, I'm sorry. That's tell you, man.
Yeah, man. If you guys check your email, man, I hit up a couple people, man, by email. A carbon copy you guys on it.
Come on.
I seen an 8-hour block for one of the special for like 500, 600. Send your email. Then this other guy, he has the longest running studio in Atlanta. I hit him up. He's only asking for $45 an hour. But we got to make sure these dudes are producers, man. And I asked him straight up, like, how much is it to own those beats?
Right.
No more. I can't trust these cats no more, man. For real. He's a dope producer, man.
Come
I'm trying to hear that TDOC album real soon.
Yeah, that's what we working on. That's what the dude that was producing for us is a damn weed head, and he's still on the floor. I sent him a counter offer today because he was supposed to have those beats yesterday. He didn't have them. Switched it up on him. He get a little money in his pocket. You know how if someone get money, they want to disappear. I ain't got it. Yeah. And he start to, you want to talk like that? All right. So Kadar, man, I'll have him Tuesday. That changed up real quick after I sent him that counter offer at conditional acceptance. Yeah. I told him, understand that these text messages are legally binding and they're admissible in court. Changed his whole tone up, man.
What the hell?
So you will have these beats by 10 o'clock tonight, or you agree to pay us $150 per day over doing it on immediately. Wow. I mean, he could think it's a joke if he want to. We got 3 witnesses here. I start filling the scriptures, man, in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. Let the truth be established. He doesn't have no witness.
Right.
He don't know who he was dealing with, man. I was recording the phone calls and everything. Don't trust cats like that, man.
Mm-hmm. And then he responded about 11 p.m. instead of 10.
Oh yeah, he said he could have him by 11. That's fine because he was saying Tuesday. Really, he was coming off like a real good dude, man. But I think the money's messing him up. He's a little dirty guy, man. He was looking like he was hungry, man. So he's trying to help him out.
Yeah. No,
we just show him love. We could went to some top, producers, man. This is Atlanta, man. They got him out here.
Everywhere.
In the studios, I look, man. But here's a shame. The two I just hit up, man. Yeah, that little ass board, man. About the half size of my keyboard. Look at him making beats. He over on beat rocking. Probably had like an Edomite to the beat, man. I ain't got no brother.
No way.
Hey, Charlie, we're in here using Paleo Hebrew. Who knows what the heck we? He said, I don't know what y'all saying, but it sounds good, man. He made them beats, man. I give him credit, man. He was good on them beat stuff.
Nah, come on. He can make a beat now, but it's just we was really looking out for the dude. And he didn't pull out. He didn't pull out his side of the bargain, man.
Right.
At the store, talking real greasy with him, man. Okay, wanna play that game? Let's play.
Come on.
Hey, man, it be that money. Soon as someone, like you said, someone get that money, it corrupts their mind. Happened to me so many different times and so many different occasions. It'd be like, damn, like that's a shame. Like you think someone be solid or something, then boom, soon as you pay them for something, you know what I mean, it just they forget about everything y'all talked about.
Yep, the switch up.
And then it messed his head up. And he talking, yeah, man, I can probably have those for y'all tonight. When I told him, Tylique, hey, you signed a verbal contract, viva voce. He probably didn't comprehend. A verbal contract is just as enforceable as a written contract. I probably didn't even know what the hell I was talking about, man. But then I reminded him, I'll remind you that text messages are admissible in court. Freedom of speech, but just watch what you say, homie. Because I'm in your studio.
You got 51 and a half minutes. You better work it out.
And he said, he called me and said, hey, call me. He called me and pick up. He's sweating bullets now.
The countdown begins.
Tell you, man, that's
cut it out.
Oh,
man. I told him, I'm trying to be fair with him because the scriptures, Matthew 18 and 15, it says to try to handle it in a private first. Go to your brother in a private. So that's what I'm doing. And I put that in the text. I said, I'm trying to resolve this on the private side and not take it into a public court.
Con.
Behoove you to have those beats here. He'll think it's funny, man. But that dude will end up kicking him out of there, man, because I own that boy and possibly that place. If he can't pay, I'll lean that place up. He's an employee there.
Right.
They always think it's funny until they get their panties all in a wad. And then their damn boxers start feeling like they thumbs on them. The panties all in a damn wad now, huh?
God.
Yeah. Instead of being skis, we're gonna start calling you skeezer. you just got pet, homie. What you doing, man? He messed with the wrong bruise this time, boy. Wrong bruise this time, boy. That contract, boy, you just giving me an opportunity to practice what I be living. Right.
Call him skeezer to pleaser, man. He done did the switch up after that counter offer.
God.
Let's work it out.
You know, probably was. He probably like, man, they talking about that Bible stuff. They ain't about to do nothing.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly how it be.
That's what they always think.
They take you lightly, man. Reading the scriptures, man.
Come If someone want to be meek and humble, you know, they like, oh yeah, they ain't. I mean, they think they gonna get over it. Happens all the time, all the time.
Yeah, to get that look, or it's like an aura about you when you know when you get serious, then they're like, you know, oh shit. This is not gonna go down the way you think. But
he was listening to the Kahan's verses and everything. I don't really know if he's understanding what the Kahan was saying.
No, there's no way.
You don't understand none of that. I broke book contract, Lord know that. He didn't understand none of it. Secure party predator. He didn't understand none of it.
But what to say? Judah is the lion's well, who shall rouse him up, man?
Yeah, he's at Judah. He's from, well, one of his parents. He didn't tell me which one, but one of his parents is from Guatemala.
Guatemala.
Yeah, and one of them is a J.
Oh.
Like you know, I think probably Judah. He didn't say which because I asked him. He was just getting sparked up. Yeah, I mean, when we first met him, he rolling roaches. I went back over there the other day. When me and Kadar the first one, he rolling roaches to trying to get, you know what I mean, get lifted. I went back over there the other day by myself. That Negro had a blunt almost the size as a damn hero.
Oh, living the high life. Oh, okay.
He said, damn, man. Like she can tongue up in this piece. Yeah, man. He had a damn blunt almost the size of a damn hoagie, man. Came up, didn't you, homie?
Yeah. Didn't even realize.
Roaches. When I first met you smoking roaches, man. Looking all dirty. What you gonna do when you spin that? Now he went and bought a laptop.
Right.
Hey, went and bought a laptop, man. Well, for our bread.
Come.
Hey, well, if y'all want me to make them beats right, yo, homie. Better keep it on you better keep it on the boards, man. On the boards, man. Please.
It's hilarious. Yeah, but for real, like,
oh man,
I just don't know, man. I love it. I love it, man. When that punchline come on, they find out that like you a different type of dude. That's that picture perfect moment is priceless.
They're always trying to take you for your, the kindness for a weakness, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this we ain't the type to be going against the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. Most High's on our side, so you better watch out. Better watch.
Right.
I said, keep it on the boards. Look, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Honor the contract. You'll be all right. Receive the benefits thereof.
Right. See, I remember somewhere in the scriptures, I can't remember where it is right now, but they was basically mocking at one of the messengers of the Most High. I think they was mocking his hair, and then some she-bear
Just point out.
Yeah.
Your audio.
happened to you.
Kadam, I'm about to give you a call. You're in Benayan, man. I'm about to call him, man. So you talking about?
Kahan.
Innovating thoughts.
Yeah, we talking about Elisha or Elijah Tower. Your audio went out.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Marty Mark, completely silent. Not a creature was staring. Not even a David. Right about now, David is probably lit. Friday night, no work tomorrow. His brother's home.
I'm my man, David. You know.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
I think I'm picking up your background noise, Benign. You gotta mute that computer. Someone gotta mute that computer. Yeah. I'm trying to get your boy on here now, man.
Hey, David. I got a question for you, Elder.
David, where you at, brother?
Come. Can you unmute yourself right quick? But before you do that, if you have been drinking, just go ahead and leave the studio. If you've been drinking, just go ahead and leave the studio. We ain't even got to go through all that. But if not, I wouldn't mind if you dialogue and answer my question. I got a question for you. Yeah, man. Hey, so, but yeah, dealing with this lesson, not looking back, I say that is like one of the most important things, because looking back, like the way Kahan has it inside of his books, keeps you average, or you end up backsliding and going backwards. So don't be proud of it.
If you're gonna get yourself in a jam, obviously you don't know I study the law, right? So we have a verbal contract if you state in that. So you could take it there if you want it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna make those beats. You're gonna get it to us by the deadline. If you don't, you could definitely anticipate a civil suit. That's all I got to say about this. That's it.
Yeah, but you're Russian, so.
No, I'm not rushing. I have two witnesses, which you telling me yesterday that you would have those done yesterday. And so as far as I'm concerned, you've in violation of that verbal contract. A verbal contract is just as binding as a written contract. Obviously, if you don't have counsel, so I was no, yeah, I'm coming off because you're a liar, and I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate you lying because we was trying to help you out. We didn't have to come to you, man.
I'm helping y'all.
There's plenty. You know what? We don't want your help anymore. Have those beats by tonight. If you don't have those meats, you can anticipate something in the mail.
That's all you do it.
Now he'll have them. He'll have them. He happened us. The nigga's still high. Yeah, he'll have those tonight. Trust me, he'll have them there.
You don't have them. He's gonna be on bread and water after that.
Now he doesn't think it's a game. He's trying to, I mean, this guy's obviously high. He's saying that you're charged 75. He's a real clown, man. He's a real clown because that's not what he cited us on, right? and we have 3 witnesses. Man, I own that boy, man, for real.
Like
I own
on
that
the
boy.
real, maybe I'm different.
He
Why
start
is he
coming out of his face
switching?
like, right.
Selector, why is he switching up on you like that, though?
Come on.
Exactly. He's high up right now. That's what he's gonna be high when he get that thing in the mouth.
Now he's gonna do it. He's just talking. He's gonna do the beats. Yeah, he's gonna do the beats. He can try that double tour. I just had to put on a serious tone with that little clown because I own him, man, for real. I own him. I'll lean. It's not even his business. I'll lean that business up, man. They took the wrong guy to try and scam with this time. Real talk. He don't even realize now I got him live on YouTube. He messing with the wrong guy, man.
Oh, shit.
Come on.
Wow.
That's one of my moves. I don't.
Giving him nothing else. You probably need something to pay for something.
No,
He's not
I
getting
don't.
nothing else.
That's the way you do it, man. I don't have no problem with that, man.
I told him you're gonna have those beats. That's just bottom line. You're gonna have them. That's it.
You have to be going through all this, brother. You just made the beat like you said you was going to do. Always be trying to get over. Quid pro quo, something for something. You trying to get something for nothing. You got paid already. Now you trying to get over again. Come on, man.
So it is. As soon as you make a beat in 45 minutes, it take you this long to make.
Yeah, all of that really Akim is really irrelevant. He's just talking out the side of his neck right now. He's gonna get the beats done. If he doesn't get the beats, yeah, but if he doesn't, and we're not paying him nothing else. If he doesn't get those beats done, he's gonna regret it. The way that I'll come down on this guy, he will regret it. Trust me. He's high right now, but I'll sober his behind up. He regrets this, man. He'll regret this. Wrong guy, man. He picked the wrong guy this time. So I had to talk kind of harsh because I feel like smacking him for real, man. He forgot. I knew where he lay his head at, man.
Come on.
Professionals, man. We ain't dealing with that no more.
Come on.
Got how you business together. We ain't going that route no more. Studio smell like weed and all that. We don't want to come in, man. Straight. And that's what it is. That's the problem with damn weed.
Come on. That's what he put up.
It make you lazy, make you dumb. Yep.
Makes you effeminate too.
First matter, you fucking roasted. Now you got a butt inside like you Yeah, that's what it is, man. You want to work now. You get tired already, you get lazy. Complacent. I go from I have him play today to tomorrow to Tuesday. He playing games, bro.
Let him play, man. Let him play. Yeah, he's gonna get himself in a wad that he can't get out of.
He doesn't even understand.
Nah, he don't understand.
Yeah, he don't understand none of it. He doesn't understand. He didn't even understand some of the words that was being used, man. But he will understand. He will understand, man. I promise you that.
Don't learn today.
Whatever I was sending him, I will carbon copy his boss on it. Because I would tell him as an employee for that business, you may be susceptible to a lien on your business until the debt is paid in full.
Yeah, like I said, maybe I'm different, but someone give me, like $2,000, and within a work week, I'm making something happen.
Come on.
Like for real.
You're getting it right done.
Like I actually I do that. Like for clients that want things done at a certain time and they pay between 15 and 2,000 for like a day's worth of labor, whatever it is, it's getting done. Like it's getting done that day. That's crazy.
And we owe him that right there, man. That got me kind of heated, man. I mean, because he's the one that threw that out there, and we got you punk behind saying that. I mean, this guy's a clown, man. You got 3 witnesses here with you saying this. You have no standing whatsoever. No standing whatsoever, man.
Right there when he said, "Look, I'm gonna cut y'all a deal for the," and we're trying to run it back, talking about payback.
We the one. You was still trying to get the same price for the next 5, and we the one offering to pay you more.
Right.
What's man worthy of his hire?
Right.
That's crazy.
That's gotta be the spirit that was on the Kahan. Let's put that. We're gonna pay you the official price. Now you wanna act different.
Yeah, you know, this guy's a real clown. I got all of his information. I got his government name and all of that with that API. He doesn't really know who he's dealing with here, man. Wow.
Oh.
I got all of that, man. Probably you think you're dealing with some regular old street dudes or something. They don't know a damn thing.
You already know we got a deadline. Maybe trying to shoot a video and have it done. You always get we're smoking down Hobie.
Really, I don't even really want to. I really don't want to deal with this video guy now either, man. You guys should get a refund from him. I can't tell you what to do, but I don't really want to deal with him because birds of a feather. Huh.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with the video guy either. I'll just start looking around for another.
Yeah, you should probably tell him you want the money back. He hasn't done nothing. See how he responded. He asked why? Because of your man's.
Now he got his boy messing up his money.
I don't even think I got his phone number though.
Yeah, I sent it to both of you. I shared it with both of you, man. Shared it with both of you, man. It's Jay. Shaitan's always at work, man.
Stop this, though.
Yeah, see, you guys don't have this info, man. There's his info right there. Ski's info, his government and all that. Got all that. Already you want it, homie. I don't think he's that bright, man. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'll sharpen him up, man. They say iron sharpens iron. This time, iron's gonna sharpen a piece of paper, man.
Dang, I thought you would at least gave him some wood. He said a piece of paper. He about to sharpen this dude to a shank.
I'm gonna smoke him just like a blunt. Word. I'm gonna smoke him just like a blunt, man. Word.
That's one of them New Jack City moves right there.
Yeah, 3 witnesses again. Hey, look at you, man. All right, man. Taking dollars or something, man. You come up off of that Molly, man. You don't realize what you did. Dirty Negro, man. You had a chain on, man. You had a chain on like a skateboarder or something, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He see. That's why he called me, because he see him not playing around, man. And he sent him my tone that, hey, I'm ready. Like, look at you. Yeah, you're supposed to be calm, man. You moving real dirty, man. For real. After saying all of that, I knew that was BS, man, when he was saying it yesterday. That's why I say, yo, man, just go ahead and pay him what we're supposed to pay him. But we didn't agree to pay him nothing else. That's done right there. You know what I mean? That's done. You have no evidence of nothing on that. Nothing whatsoever. You understand? That's done. And I paid him in cash. That's done. I ate that. And I realized what I was doing when I did it. But, I was trying to trust the brother. But again, the Negro's a strange creature.
Come on.
Trying to help him. I'm trying to help you, what? You trying to help us out, man. You dirty Negro, man. You ain't even got a booth, man. There wasn't even no light in the studio, man. I gotta use my phone to try and shine a damn light on my paper.
No way. Man, I got some work lights. Get them hooked up. Or would have. Dang. Hey, so just let this, be a lesson to everyone in the audience. You know what I'm saying? I mean, see right here, you got a complete stranger to Kahan's trying to help out. And he's still getting stabbed in the back.
Come on.
Yeah, he's always showing love, always trying to give folks an opportunity to grow, learn, and get brought up.
Wow.
It's not like that every time, but it's like that a lot of times. You gotta keep pressing forward, man.
It's just proof you can't help everybody, man. People still won't turn around and stab you in the back, act like you ain't do nothing for them.
Yeah, man, look dirty. You know what I'm talking about, Ty? You know the venue that we done for the Passover?
Come on.
One of the guys there was a producer. So I told him, I'm gonna hit you up, man. I'm trying to show him love. I was gonna go to a professional studio.
Come on.
So that, the next day we went over there and laid something down. He was cool. You could tell he had no. Now we didn't ask him for none of this. He said, yeah, man, I'm gonna look out for y'all, man. I'm only gonna do like 75. Because I told him, yo, we want to buy the beats. We want to own the beats. We don't want to be playing those songs and you getting like, half of the royalty or whatever.
Right.
I was doing it right. So he's like, all right, man, 75 a beat. All right, cool. Now he said we spending a lot of bread. He didn't realize, we stayed there like 9.5 hours the first day. You see what I'm saying? So then after the studio time, I went on the beat. So I'm gonna give you the money for the beats now. I'm gonna take your word on it, man. So I gave him cash. He's like, yeah, man, I'm F with you. Okay, cool, man. So I go back over there in a couple days, man, and buy some more beats from the dude over there making music. And then when we called him yesterday, the vibe switched up. He realized that these guys probably got money. So he said, yo, man, y'all trying to rush me on beats, man. Now he was making the beats about an hour beat. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all trying to rush me on beats because I told him, I said, when are you gonna have this ready, man? We trying to shoot a video next Saturday. Oh yeah, man. I don't know, man. So then I was like, well, what do you usually charge for beats, man? He said $150 an hour for the beat and the time to cook them up. I'm like, all right, so we can pay you. No, I'm still gonna do it for you for 75. Nah, man. We want to pay you what you say you're supposed to have, right?
Mm.
So then, oh yeah, man, I could probably have them for you tonight. Okay, you just served the verbal contract right now.
Oh.
Okay, you can have them tonight. I got 2 witnesses. What you saying that? Then Kadar sent them $400 more. He told Kadar I could have them for you tomorrow, which means today. So he don't have them today. But Kadar messaged him today. He said, "Oh, I can have them Tuesday." Okay, it's time for me to step in. All right. I sent them a conditional acceptance by text message. No, you're gonna have them today. If you don't have them today, then you're in breach of a contract. You gave a verbal contract, and I have 2 witnesses, so therefore you entered into a binding contract with me, receive the benefits of the contract, and have the beats by 10 p.m. tonight, or you owe us $150 per day, overdoing and on immediately. That shook him up. Oh man, y'all still owe me? I said, don't even respond to that. We're not even responding to that, man. Just have the beats by 10. If you don't have the beats by 10, latches occur. That means things are going to start adding up even more, man.
Come on.
Latches going to occur now. So, yeah, man. I can have them by 11. Right, that's fine. So he's looking for argument. I'm taking away the argument because it looks like I'm trying to bring, resolve to the situation. Okay. I said 10, he said 11. I can reckon with that. Have him by 11. I could tell he was shook up because he called me during the Bible study. I didn't pick up. He said, I said, we're doing Bible study now. I can't talk to you. I'll call me when you're done. I said, I just call him, man. Whenever I call, I always have someone else on the phone, man, as a witness. Stand in compliance with the scriptures and the law. Because the law is not but following the scriptures, man.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
And when he started to say, you all got to pay me some more, something he agreed to for 75. Now, when we got official on it, he want to say, y'all owe me for those. We ain't paying you nothing. I told him, listen, man, we ain't paying you nothing, and you're going to have those by 11 tonight. If you don't anticipate something in the mail, then I just release the call. That's it. That's all you need to know, man. That's it. You will have him tonight. If you really have him, I don't care. But if he doesn't have him, then you will receive something in the mail.
Come on. He got himself in that jam up. Should have just been a man of his word, and he wouldn't have had to go through that.
Call me back or try to even have a conversation if he wasn't worried about something or trying to retract his statements or trying to come to some type of agreement or something like that. But now the way he was talking about this on the phone, gonna have them beats, bro.
Yeah, I don't whether he was worried or not, that's irrelevant. That's immaterial in law. The fact of the matter is, if he doesn't have him, he's in a breach of the contract. Now more latches are going to occur because more penalties are going to be added onto that. Now I'm going to charge you for my phone call that I had to call you and talk to you. I'm going to charge you for the time that I had to take to construct my notice that I'm going to send to you. I'm going to send you a notice of fault. And I'm going to give you 10 days to respond. By each of those 10 days, I'm going to charge you $150 for when you didn't refund the money to these brothers.
Come on.
So by the time this is over, this is going to cost him about 3 racks plus court costs. But he'll have the beats. He's going to have the beats. He didn't expect it to go like this. Oh man, this guy is talking the Bible. What happened? Where's this beast come from? He's bringing out the lion, man. Look how you talking. Make me want to feel like just grabbing it, choking it, man.
Going back on his word.
Uh,
Your word.
yeah, most people are not, man. I figure we're giving the benefit of the doubt, but it's easy. A verbal contract is just as binding as a written one. So as long as you have witnesses, that's all. That's all that matters.
God. 2 or 3 witnesses, let all things be established.
I own that boy, man. People don't think it's real until something hit. You know what I mean? A damn judgment hit his credit report. He won't be able to get an apartment. He'll see it's real. Matter of fact, give me that laptop you bought. David, what are you doing on the court? Where's your brother? David. Is that David or Michelle? We got to jump David on the court, yo. It's not saying that. All right, yeah, man. That was it, man. You don't have to
Hey, Salaki, what's up? Did you guys ever talk to David?
He's on the court right now, Marty. He's not saying nothing. He's probably lit.
What's up, David? What's up, my brother, David? Where you at? He's not responding, though, right? Oh, all good.
I'm here. I had to find my phone.
Oh, there he is. Hey, what's up, there, young? What's up, young brother?
Turn your YouTube down, David. Ricky Davis, turn your YouTube down.
David.
Turn your YouTube down, David.
President and accounted for.
Oh, shoot.
David. Salaki, brother.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we could hear you, but we could hear you 2 times. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because you have your YouTube up.
Nah. What's up, David?
I'm coming over, Marty. I get to see you. I can't believe that.
You're going back to Cali. I don't think so. Biggie smiles. Hey, David, man. You coming to Cali?
Yes, I am. Don, he just keeps hyping on me. Get the ticket today.
You're gonna wish that you had. You're gonna wish that you had once it goes up.
You are you're his agent, aren't you? Isn't David your agent?
No, he's not my agent. He's an Agent Orange.
Agent Orange ain't nothing to laugh at, but I get where it's coming from.
Boy. Yep, you're being called back to Cali.
Yes.
And I do think so.
On full favorite credit.
He broke that thing down today about that full faith and credit, didn't he?
Oh boy. Yep, all good. Good, brother. Just checking with you. Yep.
Jote, you all right, man? What's going on with you? Jote, man? I was calling him 44 minutes ago. Maybe he's healing himself. The healer. Hey, Zebulon, you're not a make beats. You send and make your own, man. I can't make no beats, Zebulon. You said make your own. So Benaiah, most high willing, man. I hit up 2 people, man. Professional studios. Probably respond.
Yeah, I'm searching them up right now.
Those 2 that I sent y'all in the email, I already hit them up by email. It's Friday night. A Negro on Friday night with a little money in his pocket. Think he'll be in front of his computer. Unless he's a real entrepreneur, man.
Wow. That's
Worldly Negroes.
Come.
This guy is saying that beats start at 2,500. So the beat starts at 2,500. What is that? Indie? You guys seen the response from this guy at Mad Studios?
I'm looking at his website right now.
Did you see his rate for beats?
Let me look at it 1 second.
They say he's really good, but that's a lot of money for a beat, man.
Studio.
Do you guys understand that email that he sent in? Indie, 2,500 for indie. What is that? I don't get it.
I mean, he got different prices for signed artists, and one he charged the label, and one he charged for independent artists.
So that's an abbreviation for independent.
Yeah.
Con.
You'll pay $500 for 8 hours of studio time that would normally cost you $700.
Yeah, I got all of that. But he sent some link. Yeah, I saw that in the initial thing that I saw. He sent a link to his studio. Studio joint is easy. I'm more concerned about owning those beats, man. That video shooting is 150 an hour, 3-hour minimum.
450.
We can end this YouTube, man. Shut this down. I'm gonna look at this. YouTube, man. Or his website, unless someone else got something, man.
Oh, that's all I got for tonight, huh? Come here.
You did good, young buck.
Kahan.
You are an inspiration. I had wrote a comment. How us older or elder people, we wish.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna say shalom, man. Shut this down for now. Say shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.